It looks like a waffle. Hey everyone, EB here, back with another video. In today's video, we're gonna be unboxing the CX-11 deck set. Now, you might be able to tell that I already opened it, but we're gonna be reviewing it today and taking an extensive look at all three of these Beys. This is from Takara, of course. It's CX-11, and it features 3 Beys. You get a BX Bey and Sharkgill, a UX Bey and Golem Rock, and a CX Bey and Emperor Might. There's also some new parts here that can be used to upgrade your Team Persona Beys. There's not really much else to say, so let's open it. And boom, there they are. First off, you get the instructions. There's the code if you want it. It's first come, first serve, so let's see if you can get anything on that. And you get the tool for your CX Bey. Other than that, you get your 3 Beys. So let's start with the least interesting of the 3, Sharkgill. Okay, so starting off with the bit, you get Free Ball. This is a pretty good stamina type bit. It has really good stamina, and the main gimmick of it is that the shaft is free spinning. What this means is that when you attach it to any Ratchet, it's going to freely spin, which should hopefully increase its stamina when it hits the rail, so that's pretty good. It first came out on Silver Wolf, and it's one of my favorite stamina type bits, so I'm very happy to have it in this blue color. Next up, we have 560. This is a very good Ratchet, but it's pretty common. It comes in this nice white color, and the gimmick of 560, well, there's not really any gimmick, but it's short and it has 5 contact points. It's got good burst resistance, and it has pretty good stamina, so good Ratchet choice. It's good on a lot of combos. And then finally for the blade, you get Sharkgill. This is technically new for Takara. It was released by Hasbro before in an orange color, but I think this new blue version looks a lot better. The thing about Sharkgill is that it's supposed to resemble Shelter Drake. It uses the same plastic on the inside as Shelter Drake, and the metal is basically the same as Shelter Drake's metal, but remolded, so that's a bit more unique. Unfortunately, it's very light, which we're about to see, and it's not really that useful for anything. I got a scale, so let's see how much it weighs. For the bit, 1.89, doesn't really matter. Get out of here. And then you have 560, 6.50, and finally Sharkgill, 29.92, pretty rough weight. Fully assembled, you're looking at 38.29, so not that great. It actually weighs the same as some blades alone. Like, some blades on their own weigh more than this, which is kind of sad. But yeah, it looks cool. It's good to have it from Takara, but it's not really anything of that much note. I'd say the main highlights are the Ratchet and the bit for sure. Next up, we have something a bit better in my opinion. This is Golem Rock. Specifically, this is the green Golem Rock. Starting off, we have High Needle. This is kind of underwhelming. I'm tired of getting High Needle with every release, it feels like. I have so many High Needles at this point. It's a solid bit, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they could have done something a bit more unique for this release. It also comes in white, which is okay, but except it doesn't really match the combo very well. Strange choice, but it's not that bad. It has pretty good stamina and it has decent KO defense. Next up, we have M85. This originally released on Tricera Press. It originally came in green, but this purple color looks very nice. The gimmick of M85 is that it's very tall. It's one of the tallest Ratchets in the game, and it has 5 contact points. Not only that, but what makes it special is that it has metal weighting. In theory, this seems like it would be a very good Ratchet because the metal weighting would obviously help it in battle, but unfortunately, it's very easy to burst. I'm convinced that a gust of wind could burst any bit that uses M85, but yeah, it's a decent Ratchet. It's just that it's very risky to use, and you're likely to burst if you use it. Then finally for the blade, we have Golem Rock in green, which looks awesome. People have mentioned it, but obviously it looks a lot like the Hulk with the green and purple here. But yeah, Golem Rock is one of my favorite blades. It's got actually pretty good attack power for a defense type blade. Its defense is pretty good too. And I just like it all around. It's got a really nice shape, it hits really hard, has good recoil, and you can use it on short and tall combos. I find it works pretty well. This green color looks awesome, and I rarely use my metal coat Beys if they're not like main Beys. Like, unless it's something like Phoenix Wing or Pegasus Blast. One of these main releases, I usually don't like using metal coats, but this one I'm probably going to use because it looks so nice, and I want to pair it up with the Green Rush. Fully assembled, we have Golem Rock on M85 High Needle. Decent combo, although I would have liked a better bit. The full combo, fully assembled, is 47 grams on the dot. We'll take a look at each individual part. We have High Needle at 2.09. And then M85 at 10.76 grams. I believe it's the heaviest ratchet in the game, so pretty nice part to have in this set, even if it's not the best. And then finally we have the Golem Rock blade at 34.19. Then finally we have the main star of the show, Emperor Might. It also comes with the tool. You don't really need this, to be honest, but it's good to have for CX Beys. You just put it in here and twist, and you can take your lock chip out very easily. I think I'm actually gonna start from the lock chip. We have the Emperor lock chip. It has a crown on it and it looks really cool. The main elephant in the room is that it has metal weighting, so this is going to be a great part to have your collection, great for combos. Previously, the only way to get a metal lock chip was through Valkyrie, but unfortunately Valkyrie is really hard to get, so this is a way easier way to get a metal lock chip, although I think the metal on this one is a little bit different, the way that it sits, but it's still a very good part to have. It's going to be great for combos, especially Pegasus Blast. Then we have the main blade. This is Might. It looks very cool. It has this really nice black paint, which is going to be a shame to scuff. It looks like a waffle. And yeah, the gold plastic definitely looks like a waffle. I know a lot of people have been saying that online. But yeah, very cool blade. I'm curious if it'll have any use. For some reason, it's reminding me of... Let's see, what Bey is it reminding me of? Orichalcum from BEYBLADE Burst. That's the Bey that's reminding me of in terms of shape. Maybe I'm the only one who sees that, but yeah, I kind of get those vibes from it. And then we have the assist blade, which is heavy. It comes in this nice gold color. In terms of shape, it looks like it's very similar to Slash. Just give me a second and I'll find my Slash. Yeah, here's Slash. You can see that they're kind of similar in shape. I'm not sure which one is going to be better in terms of the shape itself, but the nice thing about heavy is that it has these nice metal chunks on the sides, which are going to make it very good for attack and maybe defense. And then finally we have the bit and ratchet, which are fused into one. This is operate. So right now I have it in the attack mode. You can see that there's a white tip in the center, and when in attack mode, it's hidden inside of the tip. So you get kind of this whole flat type of tip here. And then on the side here, you can lift up this piece and twist it, which reveals the ball-shaped tip underneath. This turns it into stamina mode, and I'm assuming it'll have pretty good stamina because of that POM tip. 4.77 grams compared to a regular lock chip that is about 1.72 grams. And for the assist blade, this also has metal. 7.89, pretty good. And then the main blade, we have Might, 32.68. When combined with the assist blade and the metal lock chip, we are looking at 45.34, yikes. And then finally for operate, you're looking at about 14.24. So fully assembled, let's weigh it, 59.59. Yeah, 60 grams for a combo is insane. I'm excited to see how it does in battle. And speaking of battles, we're not gonna be doing any today, but in the comments, can you let me know what battles you want to see with Emperor Might or any of the Beys in the set? The parts that come with them, I'd love to do some videos with them, so please give me some ideas. One more thing before we get into the test launch, I wanted to show you guys the Team Persona upgrades. So, as you might know, you're supposed to take the parts from Emperor Might and upgrade your Team Persona CX Beys. So, starting off with Wizard, you're supposed to actually give it the main blade of Might. So, putting it all together, you get Wizard Might. Honestly, this doesn't really look that good, I don't think. The green is kind of throwing me off in contrast with the gold and the black, but it looks okay. I'm sure it might make it perform better because Arc has been kind of eh. Then for Reaper, this one is the one that I think makes the most sense. If my 470 will come off fully, you can take the operate bit from Emperor Might and give it to Hell's Reaper, which looks pretty good in my opinion. It feels like a natural upgrade, and it sticks to the mode of, or the theme of mode changing, because you have turn and then you have operate, which also changes modes. Then finally for Drun, you're supposed to take away Slash, which is actually a pretty good part, but you're supposed to take it away and exchange it for Heavy. So when giving it Heavy, sorry, I almost gave it the wrong lock chip. Giving it Heavy, makes it to where it has metal contact points now on the assist blade. So it looks pretty good. It actually looks pretty natural as well because the flames on drawn kind of match with the assist blade. But yeah, I'm very excited to test out these upgrades as well. In the comments, if you want to see me do a video of these, I'd love to do that. So give me some ideas with the Team Persona upgrades. Okay, so before we go, I want to do some test launches with the Beys that come in the set. We're going to start off with Shark Girl. And there it goes. It's going to move around quite a bit because the blade is very light. But it should have a pretty good combo for stamina. Honestly, if you slap this combo on a better blade for stamina, then it would be pretty solid. It's just that I don't think Shark Gill is going to be that useful, but if you have any ideas for it, please let me know because I'd love to try and make this thing good. Next up, we have Golem Rock in this green color. So, pretty steady. It looks very good. I love the green, and you can definitely see a bit of the purple, at least from my angle, when it's spinning, which definitely makes it look like the Hulk. Then finally, 3, 2, 1, go shit. We have Emperor Might in stamina mode. You can definitely feel the weight behind it when you launch it. Even when it was moving around, it felt like it had a lot of weight behind it. So this thing looks like it might be a bit of a menace. It's giving me Diablo Nemesis vibes, which is actually a good comparison considering the mode change on the bit it has. And then I guess one more time, we'll try the attack mode. So 3, 2, 1, go shit. Yeah, and this thing, it's kind of slow, but you can tell it's got so much weight behind it. Anyways, that's about it for this set. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed my unboxing. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think of each Bey, and if I think it's really worth it. Shark Gill is okay. I think Free Ball and 560 are pretty good value if you don't have those parts already. The blade itself looks nice. I don't think it's going to be that useful, but if you don't have it, I'd say it's okay. Golem is actually a very good blade in terms of competitive value, so that's a nice part to have. M85, it's okay. I think it's a good part to have for your collection because of how unique it is, but overall, I don't think it's the best in terms of competitive use. And then finally, High Needle is good, but kind of outclassed. And finally with Emperor Might, obviously I'm going to have to test it out and give my opinion on it later on, but from what I've seen so far, the metal lock chip appears to be a really good part to have for your collection. Same with the heavy assist blade. I've seen a lot of people using those parts for their combos, so I'd say for those alone it's very good to have. I'm not sure about the Might blade. It might be okay, but why did I say that? It might be okay. And Operate looks fun, but I'm sure it's not going to be that competitive just like Turbo. In the comments, let me know what videos you want to see with them. Let me know what combos you've been doing with them. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.